But then I went back to the plantation where my great-grandmother once lived, and I realized there are whispers running through my flesh and blood, not to haunt me, but to call me back to ask one last question. Does anyone remember me, or have we all chosen to forget? Wind. Dry oak leaves rustled across the rotting tile roof. The ancient trees whispered in a language the modern world had long forgotten. At a creaky wooden desk, a young woman sat perfectly still, her hand resting gently on a notebook. An old photograph lay open beside it, a 19th century black woman staring directly into the lens, with eyes half pleading, half defiant. Her name was Amara, 32, of African descent, a historian. She had just signed the lease on a house at the edge of Belle Epine Plantation, a land that had swallowed hundreds of lives without offering even a whisper of repentance. And that very night, when the insects went silent and the moon vanished into the canopy of old oaks, Amara heard it. Not a voice, not a word, a breath, an instinct, a call rising up from the deepest layer of inherited memory. Child, come home. No one was calling. No one was there. On the second night, Amara walked through the old house. In the corner beneath the old slave kitchen, she saw
a dark handprint freshly pressed against the wooden wall,
a brass earring falling to the floor,
and a soft lullaby coming from behind the sealed brick wall. She recorded it, played it back.
In the recording, a woman's voice whispered,
"They forgot my name."
Amara had a long dream. She saw a black woman wearing a coarse cotton dress, a white scarf tied around her head, standing in front of a mirror, a long scar running down her left cheek. The woman held a cake. Her hands shook. Tears streamed down her face. "I didn't mean to kill them. I just wanted them to get a little sick, so they wouldn't send me away." And in the mirror, Amara was no longer herself. She was inside the woman's body, holding the cake with trembling hands. On the third night, Amara broke through the old wall where the singing had come from. Behind it was a small sealed room, makeshift, forgotten, with a name faintly scratched into the wood. Ka-Lo. At that moment, the air turned cold. The lights went out. Chloe appeared, blurred, without a shadow. She spoke, "My children have returned. I don't want revenge. I just want a name." Amara, with tears in her eyes, answered softly, "I remember your name, Chloe. From now on, I will speak of you, in my books, in my lectures, and in my blood." The wind stopped. Chloe smiled. She melted into the dim light, and for the first time in centuries, the air grew warm. The next morning, Amara placed the earring gently on Chloe's grave. The ground was soft, the sky pale with early light. As she walked away from the plantation, she looked back one last time. On the glass door of the old house, a line had appeared in the mist. "Thank you, my child."